Do 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 bo bo do 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 yeah. Do 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 do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Magic in the Midwest podcast, number 13, lucky 13. Working on my 13th book right now. That's right. Actually, I mean, it could technically be a different number, but that's okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Magic in the Midwest podcast. I am J.B. Michaels, USA Today best-selling author, and this is my wife,
Ash.
Lee Michaels, the
I like
creator
to be called Ash.
and successful businesswoman, entrepreneur, and lots of other things. I'm an entrepreneur. You are.
Excellent news.
Entrepreneurial. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so just a disclaimer. Mm-hmm. My wife suffers from ill health. So from time to time,
I just have a lot of problems.
If there's a disruption in podcast posting, it's most likely because of Ashley's poor health.
An ailment. I have a migraine, or I've had 5 dental procedures done in a week.
So the reason why we did not podcast, as if you were following us on our social media channels,
we do try to be consistent.
Yeah. Oh no, we are consistent. We've done another podcast, like over 50 episodes of another podcast.
Well, we weren't super consistent.
Well, yeah, that's true. But anyway, this is more focused.
But
right?
Harrison was little, and it was really difficult.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Anyways.
Okay. Stop making excuses. All right. So
Rule 76.
Yeah. Let's not make excuses. So here's the deal. Ash was literally had surgery on her mouth, like her gums. So that was kind of hard to speak. And the fact that it looked like she had a golf ball in her cheek also did not help.
Yeah, it's still a little swollen, but it's not nearly as bad.
It's not nearly as bad. She doesn't look nearly as bad as she did. I almost
sort of bad, but
just
not
really
quite as bad.
Couldn't really look at her for a week, but I'm kidding. You're supposed to laugh.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's not funny.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the podcast is brought to you by MrMichaels.com, MisterMichaels.com, and check out the many books of J.B. Michaels, USA Today bestselling author, which is me, of course. I think there's something for everybody, honestly, in my library of books.
I agree.
That I have. And also, this podcast would not absolutely be possible at all without our Bandcamp subscribers. Thank you so much. Big shout out to the Bandcampers.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. We really appreciate you.
We do. We really appreciate you. And thank you. And we'll always say that. So last time we had a full podcast. We talked about Epcot, and we talked about Epcot's future world. Well, today we're going to do a World Showcase overview real quick. So this is our plan for World Showcase, since it's a big, huge part of...
Showcase.
Yes, since it's a big, huge part of Epcot, literally half of the park. And Epcot's a big park. We are going to do like a brief overview today. And then, if we have time, we might deep dive into like Mexico and then Norway. Yeah. But we'll see. We might not even get there, Ash.
We may not. We got
lots to talk about.
We really, really do.
We really do. All right. So anyway, if you are unfamiliar with the World Showcase at Epcot in Walt Disney World, World Showcase is basically, and the Imagineers and the planners of Epcot at the time wanted to make a permanent World's Fair exhibition, basically. So, akin to World's Fairs throughout history, London, Paris, Chicago again, New York. Disney was like, let's make a permanent World Showcase. Let's make a permanent World's Fair. And, and then we'll talk to some countries and see if they want to sponsor a pavilion or help, can we put, your country in our pavilion in Disney, and would you be willing to help us with that? And kind of a really great concept. Mm-hmm. And one that I personally I love World Showcase.
Oh yeah.
And I've loved it ever since I was a kid, but I mean, now as you get older, you really start to appreciate it even more.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I think I just keep saying, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
You just did it again.
I did it on purpose.
Right. Okay. So World Showcase is unique, right? It's kind of a really incredible place where you can talk to people from all over the world because the people that work there are from those countries. Yeah. So you could go and have conversations with people from Germany and then Canada, Mexico, Japan. I mean, China. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. So let's go through real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You keep saying you get a different agreeable term
I don't know.
to use.
I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll probably just keep saying
Oh, yeah. Okay. So if we look at this is the order with which you walk. If you're going to walk into World Showcase from Future World and you are going to take a left, you will hit Mexico.
Which I guess most people don't take a left. Didn't we read one time that most
people
go
take it right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they go to...
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. We never do it that way.
Yeah. No.
Really.
No,
yeah.
we always go to Mexico first.
Mm-hmm.
I think
because we want a margarita.
That's true. That's true. We love those margaritas. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got Mexico, Norway, China, Germany, Italy, the United States, Japan, Morocco, France, United Kingdom, and then Canada. Okay, so that's
Canada's after the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, I can never get the order right. Never.
Well, that's okay.
I know where Mexico is.
It's not like you've been there that often.
No, I've never been.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Ash, okay, so give me your vibes, give me your overall thoughts on World Showcase, and then we'll do a little overview.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hit it on the head already. I think that the World Showcase, more for me anyways, more than any other park, any part of any park. Yikes.
Are you okay?
I've been off for a week. That you can, just between the restaurants in the World Showcase and the different shops, which I think most countries have, like, maybe more than one place to eat, sometimes more than one sit down and a few different shops. There's so much to see. If you were going to go into every single shop and in the World Showcase, I don't even know if you could get through and really take your time going through all the different things to see. I mean, there's so much to do. You could go in and focus on one pavilion if you wanted.
Yes.
I know one time you and I ran around trying to find magnets from every country or something like that, which was a cool thing.
Which was fun to do. Yeah, because it gave us sort of a reason to go into each one. You know what I mean? Whereas stores that we may just walk by or be like, oh, we'll just do this instead. It made us go into each one and we, got to experience something that we probably wouldn't have otherwise. Yeah.
But just experiencing the culture and like you said, as I get older, it's something I appreciate more and more. But I always have a great experience in the World Showcase.
Yes.
And it's a nice... I like that it's different than the Magic Kingdom. It's a totally different feel to be in Epcot, but also the World Showcase than it is to be, in the middle of Fantasyland.
Right.
But super cool.
It is. It is very, very neat. So here's what we're going to do first, Ash. We're going to do this real quick. Okay, and I'm going to time us. We're going to mix this up a little bit today. Okay, I am going to give...
I'm nervous. I'm getting anxiety. This wasn't planned.
Stop. All right. So I'm going to give us, 1 minute to talk about, both of us, talk about just a brief overview of each pavilion. Okay?
Oh.
All right? So there's 9. And then we'll go into the deep dive probably next time. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I haven't really spent that much time and all. I might have a few things to say, but that's fine.
You mean 30 seconds is not...
I don't know if I could fill up 30 seconds. Why are you...
Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's going to be fine, lady.
Let's go, then.
Jeez Louise. Okay, so...
I'll probably just be like, I like it.
I like it. Okay, well, don't worry, you have me.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now, because I want to go into, there's also like a lot of other things that happen at World Showcase. So I want to talk about the festivals too, but later. I want to go through the pavilions first.
Okay.
All right. So, first timer is going. Ash, what are your thoughts on Mexico? Brief thoughts.
Love it. Margaritas, alcohol, buzz, tacos, guacamole, chips. And I love that. I love that when you walk into
all things you can consume.
Pavilion, it's nighttime. That's
Yes.
probably my favorite of
Yes.
any pavilion because of that. I think it's really cool.
I do too. Okay, now it's my 30 seconds. Mexico, you guys, it's amazing. Not only is it a really cool pavilion from the outside, which is a temple, like a sort of a mixture of a Mayan
Such a big difference in how we're talking
Aztec
about
temple. Yes, I mean, I'm actually talking about the
Chips,
guacamole, margaritas. And then, of course, the one of the big highlights in experiential parts of Mexico is the fact that we always get that Fiesta 5 flavor margarita.
Yeah, get off your high horse.
Which is
and
fantastic.
Join the rest of us in the gutter.
Shush. Okay, next, Norway, Ash. Give us your thoughts on Norway.
Well, I am Norwegian, so there's that, sense of self and
Identity
in Norway. I have other things to say about Norway, but
We'll save that for the Bandcamp
we'll save that
exclusive.
for the Bandcamp exclusive.
Yeah.
Frozen is a very good ride.
It
But
is.
yeah, it's cool to explore, my heritage.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
absolutely. After all, you were a Geneva Viking, right?
Yeah, and I was a
Geneva High
Viking
School.
in college too.
Yeah.
Augustana Vikings.
Cool.
Viking.
Yeah. So,
Wait,
Norway.
also, I didn't mention any food or drinks. I want people to know that.
Okay, yeah, we didn't this time. Norway is a blast, you guys. I love the old ride, the Maelstrom. It's fantastic.
Me too. I did.
Trolls and the lore and everything about Norway. Very cool. We'll get into that more later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to China. Ash, what are your thoughts on the Chinese pavilion?
I feel like it's really big. Is it really big, or does it just feel
It
that
is.
way?
No, it is.
So
I think it is big.
It's expansive.
Yes, it's deep. You can walk far into that
I feel
pavilion.
like the store is really big. I don't know. I think it's cool. That's all I have to say about it. I would really like to eat in
the
China.
Nine
Like
Dragons.
we've never
Right,
eaten
we
there
should.
before, so,
We should.
Yeah.
I like that you can see they have the reflections of China like 360 film. I think they just redid that. And I like that they have the dancers and the dragon, like the acrobatic
We did
type
see
show.
Mulan there once, right?
And yes, Mulan is in the Chinese pavilion. It's like one of the only places
She is underrated, guys.
that
Mulan
you
is
can
awesome.
take pictures with Mulan. Yeah, the China pavilion, I've often bought a lot of cool little baubles and things. Baubles. Bob from China. So definitely check China out. Okay, next, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Ash, give us your thoughts on Italy. Germany.
Germany. I'm also very German, so same things apply as Norway. The beer garden.
Yes.
Really cool.
It is.
That's not the name of the restaurant. Or
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
That was a really cool experience.
Yeah.
Food, beer.
Food, beer, buffet, and live entertainment.
Yeah.
Live polka music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very fun. Germany is also a great place to go grab like crystals. There's a cool crystal shop there.
They have a pretzel cart
They do.
or something?
They have
Yeah,
pretzels.
food, more food.
Yeah, And I think I always, they've got a pretzel shop. They've got a place you can go get some
Is that where is there like a Christmas store
Yeah.
there too?
Yes.
Okay, see, things are coming back to me.
Yeah. So Germany is a lot of fun. It's a really cool, big, very lavishly decorated pavilion. I really enjoy it. Okay. Excellent. Now, Ashley, this one we actually spent a lot of time in last time. And it was one of the first ones we ate in together as a couple. What about Italy?
Italy. And I've been to Italy, so when we ate there, it was cool to experience not only the waitress.
Yes.
It was, awesome talking to her and, getting to know her, but then also the pizza reminded me of the pizza that I ate when I was in Rome, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's okay? Yeah. So yeah, it's different than American.
Yeah, it's not
pizza.
American pizza. There's
Right.
like, big like chunks of mozzarella like kind
Nice.
of melted on there and stuff. It reminded me of being there. So
Cool,
it was
cool.
It was cool, yeah.
Yeah, we actually watched the fireworks from Italy. The last time we saw Illuminations, the very last time we saw Illuminations, because now it's gone. From Italy, it's a really, it's a cool pavilion. There is some cool masquerade masks that they have in one of the stores, which I really like.
I think that's a bigger pavilion, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
it
maybe
is.
it's not.
I mean, it's
sometimes
deeper.
Perspective is weird because they have like
Right.
taller buildings and it's supposed to look
Right.
bigger from.
Yes. Okay, so what do you think about the kind of like Colonial Independence Hall United States pavilion?
To me, it just feels like it's kind of there. I don't know. I feel like I don't really think of it as a pavilion. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I don't know. I just feel like it's like a break in the middle. That's what it feels like to me. I don't
Really?
know.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the American. Yeah, I mean, here's the big marquee part of it is the American Adventure, which is this lavish,
Yeah.
45-minute audio animatronics show that has like the most animatronics in it or something.
Which is a good show.
Yeah. It's a fun show. Ben Franklin. Is it Ben Franklin and Mark Twain are the hosts? I mean, America is cool. You could get those the Voices of Liberty. Like you could go and listen to this a cappella group, sing different songs.
I guess to me, it just doesn't seem like it's set up the same as the other.
No, it doesn't
Like, it's
feel like
just
that.
like-
It's pretty empty. People
Yeah,
aren't
it's
really in
empty.
it. Yeah, people
So it
don't really
doesn't
want
feel
to.
like a pavilion. It just feels like, oh, here's this building, the U.S.
Yeah, and there's a barbecue joint there now.
Yeah, we haven't been back in a while.
There's
to
no
that area.
there's no like marquee restaurant or anything either.
Yeah.
There's a big show which is really nice.
That's right, where the funnel cakes are.
Right, yes. Funnel Cake Central.
That's how I know where I'm at. World Showcase.
That's good, Ash. That's real good. Okay, next pavilion, which is our friend Luann's favorite pavilion. And that's Japan. Tell us about Japan.
I think the architecture in Japan is really cool. It's probably my favorite in
Yeah,
that
the big pagodas.
category,
and-
whatever.
Yeah.
Also, we've never eaten there, so I'm interested to, try that in the future. I'm not sure if you would be adventurous enough, but
I'll eat there.
Okay.
They got steak. They have steak.
Okay,
They
yeah.
got steak. I could talk.
but they,
Yeah.
yeah, I love the architecture. I think it's really cool. So
There is something very peaceful
about Japan.
about the Japan pavilion.
Yeah.
Like there really is. Something very like exotic and just like when I look at it, I feel calm. Like I just do.
How often does that happen?
That never happens. I mean, especially when I'm
All
married
right,
to
all right,
you.
all right. Lock it up.
Japan also has a huge store in it where the kids love it because they get to do all the anime stuff and all sorts of cool stuff in the store in Japan. All right, next up is Morocco. What do you think of the architecture? What do you think of Morocco, Ash?
Again, I'm not great with the words. I do think that Morocco is just really cool.
It is. It's exotic, right?
Yeah.
We've never been to the Middle East, right?
Yeah,
So-
never been to the Middle East, but it is cool to see just like the outfits and the clothes and the stores. I think all that's really interesting to go through and look at all that. And
Yeah.
then I very much so want to try that restaurant that's outside.
Yeah, me too.
I think that would be.
Yes, the food is good.
cool. Yeah.
I've had the food. I've had
Okay.
the food there.
Is there another indoor restaurant?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's 2 sit-downs in Morocco.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, Morocco's neat because like it has very kind of tight, narrow passageways and hallways.
And isn't Morocco the
cool.
only country in the World Showcase that's sponsored by Morocco?
Yes. Yes. Morocco helped build it and everything. It paid for it. It's pretty awesome.
That is really cool.
Yes, and the belly dancers are really cool
Yep.
as well. Very neat, very cool music, good live music there as well. Great stuff. All right, next up we have Vive la France.
Sorry, drinking Coke.
You've been to France.
I have been to France.
Okay.
Again, I think that it definitely has the feel for me of what it was like to actually be in France, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Last time we were there, we got to eat in that I don't know, what's the downstairs restaurant called?
The Chefs de France.
Which was excellent.
Yeah, it was good.
You had a good seat. You had a good view. But again, I think I feel also calm and peaceful there. There's they have people set up outside like painting, and then I know you can get, there's a lot of different areas in France where you can get like bakery type goods and desserts and that type of thing. So
what is the name of, what is oh my gosh, what is the name of the,
you know what I feel like we never do though is like there's like this courtyard that's like to the right of the restaurant
that we never
go in.
Yeah, we need to see, that's what I mean, we have to like explore and give that some.
Yeah, sometimes it's easy just to walk through and keep going to the places that you always go to, but it is worth it to
really take some time in the pavilions, you guys, and
I think we
talk
did
to
go
people.
in. Is there like an expensive jewelry shop, or maybe that's in Italy?
No, there's definitely an expensive jewelry shop in France as well.
Yeah, I think we walked in there one time too.
And perfume. And
it's cool too. I mean, even if you're not going to buy any, it's really cool to just walk into those different shops.
It is. It is. I agree with you. All right, so from France, we have the United Kingdom.
I mean, we love the UK. It's just, I don't know. Yeah. We love the
Rose
and Crown.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's a cool pub.
Yeah, we usually grab a beer over there.
Yeah.
Sometimes we eat there. The store is really neat. I feel like they have a lot of soccer, or like football.
They do.
Or whatever
Yeah,
they call
football.
Like type jerseys. And again, I feel like there's an area
tennis
kind of behind, like tucked behind the store.
There is like a little garden, like a little maze type garden thing back there.
That we don't really ever go by either. But we usually watch Illuminations, or what was Illuminations, over by the United Kingdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. We do love the UK. I think one of my favorite dates with you and memories of Disney.
I thought you were just gonna say dates. I was like, well, who?
was us at Rose and Crown when Harrison was just a little pea in your belly,
and you kept telling me to have another.
Have more drinks, Ash. It's fine.
But it's a cool. I mean, it reminds you of exactly what a pub in England would look like. Like it looks exactly like that inside. It's really neat. Yeah,
it really is cool. We're going to, again, this is just a brief overview. We're going to be going in depth into all of these. But, all right, and the last one, Ash, before we get on to the festivals, is Canada.
Honestly, I can't really speak to Canada. I feel like we never really walk around in there. We've never eaten in there. I don't even know if I've, I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Okay.
I feel like it's sort of tucked away a little bit.
Canada is interesting because it's actually really cool. Like, you walk back there, there's a huge waterfall. Like, there's a neat...
Maybe we did walk back there one
time. There's a neat waterfall back there. But you know what? I feel like there really isn't much in it.
Yeah.
There's the Canada, 360 film. Oh, Canada, or whatever it's called. Martin Short's the host. And then there's Le Cellier, which for many years was like the marquee restaurant at World Showcase.
Right.
To get a steak, a steakhouse. Now I don't think that's really the case as much anymore. People have, move on to other things. But yeah, I feel like there's that big palace, the big castle. But yeah, you're right. It's I think for us, because let's face it, we walk the other direction. We walk to Mexico first.
Yeah.
And we love that Mexican pavilion, and we spend a lot of time there almost every time we go.
And then I think we make our way around, and then we end the night in the UK, and because Illuminations is now over, we just sort of walk
past Canada.
Yeah,
it's an interesting thing. You have to really try, especially for us, because we've been there so many times, but you have to really, that's why I did that magnet thing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Ash, I really want to try and spend some time in the pavilions.
Now, I have to, make a point here, too, that I think in a lot of ways, most young children are not super, thrilled or, into World Showcase. I mean, there are going to be things that they enjoy. I'm not saying they will, but they're not going to want to spend a lot of time here or there or there.
Yeah.
When we did the magnet thing, it was just you and I.
Right.
And as a 5-year-old, I don't know how much, he's happy in Epcot and going to World Showcase, but he kind of wants to do things that he can do. Like,
Yeah.
when I was a kid, I wouldn't have wanted to
That's
spend
true.
lots and
That's
lots
true.
of time in the World Showcase. But as he gets older and, that's definitely something that I would love to do with you and him as he gets older. But, like, to just explore the World Showcase and do things that we pass by.
You know what we should do? We should have Harrison say, well, he'll never do it because he's so shy. Maybe when he gets older. But say hello in their native languages.
Yeah.
That would be really neat.
It would be.
And, oh my gosh, we'd actually talk to the people. It'd be fun. But yeah, it is one of those things where you kind of have to check yourself. Also, the way we usually do a World Showcase is we don't ever really go in there during the day. Like, usually we are about, like, late afternoon into the evening. We head into World Showcase, and for the most part, we usually have a dinner reservation, a dining reservation somewhere in the World Showcase because there's so many options all the time. Or we just go grab, tacos and stuff.
Chips, guacamole.
Tacos from the outside Mexico restaurant, which is just so good.
It is really good.
It really is. It is very good. It's really actually quite good.
Let's go.
Let's go right now. So basically, you really have to check yourself and go, do I have enough time, to really explore this and do it the way that I want to do it? Because there is a ton to see, and Disney put a lot of detail into the pavilions themselves. From the outside to the inside to, it's really a rich place to experience. Let's face it, right? It's the greatest hits, of those countries, right? I mean, it's still Disney versions of the countries, but it's still neat.
How awesome is it to just walk from, like, Mexico, where you're engrossed in everything there is to know about that, and then, like, take 2 steps this way,
right?
And now you're in this
Norway,
pavilion, and it just, it's a really cool way to, explore and introduce kids and yourself to different, right? Would we ever be able to go to Morocco? I don't know, but now we can sort of experience a little bit of what that's like, and
it's also cool if you want, like, I decided I wanted to collect some magnets from each pavilion, and
which have almost all been broken out by
your
your son.
Yes, they're mostly all broken. And then, but also you could get pins, like if you want to do like a pin, like collection, and you just want to do it from the World Showcase, you can do that as well. It's just what I feel in the World Showcase. I just feel relaxed. Like, it's probably the spot in Disney besides the Polynesian where I just feel relaxed. Because like I don't feel the need to rush to.
Well, you're not really
anything.
making. I mean, right now you can make a fast pass for Frozen, and
Right.
you should. But
Right.
if you take that ride out of it, when it used to be the Maelstrom, between what's the ride called in Mexico? I never remember.
Well, now it's called the Grand Fiesta Tour. Used to be
that
called.
and the Maelstrom. You didn't. Besides a dining reservation, which you don't need because you could grab quick service from many different areas.
spots. Yeah.
You can kind of go in there without a plan, which for Disney isn't always the case.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't usually recommend for most other places. You can kind of go there and spend time in the shops, and it's a little bit of a break from the, like checking the app for fast passes or make sure we leave by this time to do this.
Yes.
It's kind of, you can kind of go with the flow.
You can. Yeah, you could go with the flow, and there's literally a flow, right? Because it's a circular area, and you just kind of go from one place to the next. And, just kind of make your way through it. I mean, it's just really, it was actually kind of cool. Last summer, I was launching book 5 in the Chronicles of the Order series called Phantom of the Catacombs, which takes place all in Italy. Well, I had a kind of a neat little chance to, like, take a video of the Italy Pavilion and make it like a book trailer for it.
Yeah.
It's silly, but it was fun because I was like, "Hey, I'm here.
But it looks.
This is where my book
like
takes place." Yeah. So I was like, "I'm gonna use this time." Like how it was like almost like a Hollywood set. Like I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna use this."
I think it's also important for people to know that JB doesn't ever explain what he's doing. So all of a sudden we're waiting for the show, the fireworks, and he just disappeared for like 30 minutes. No one knew where he was.
It was not 30 minutes.
And everyone's like, "Where is he?" And I'm like, "Who knows?"
I was
probably flirting with one of the coffee girls.
That doesn't happen. Maybe not. No, it does.
It does.
No, it doesn't. It used to when I was 20. I mean, I may or may not have was like friends with some ladies from the UK Pavilion for a while.
Sounds right, guys. He's definitely romantic.
Just
might
emails.
still be pen paling them now.
No, I'm not pen paling them now. But yeah, we're pen pals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. So I mean, but that's the neat thing, right? You go in there, you can talk to people, have conversations with them. What's life like, and what's your everyday like, and blah blah blah. People will tell you, and it's cool. It really is. All right. So, I guess we should talk about that. Oh, well, we'll go over this real quick. We'll get to it at the end. All right. So, Ash, the events. Have we ever been to Festival of the Arts?
No.
Okay, you're right. We haven't. All right. So here's the thing about Epcot, and especially World Showcase. World Showcase is the special event park. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the special event park. Epcot really, I mean, Magic Kingdom has special events, but they're usually pretty limited, to like just like a narrow window of time on a few days of the week. Whereas like Epcot will have big festivals that take place over a couple of months. So basically the difference between, Universal has Halloween Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm. Great event.
Yeah, great event. And it takes place now over like 2 months of just straight up horror, like hardcore horror.
Oh, yeah. Don't take your kids there.
Don't take your kids there, no. And then, Disney has Epcot, and they do the same thing, where they have these big festivals, that happen now. I feel like it's almost the entire year. There's narrow windows of time.
Where nothing's happening.
Yeah, maybe the summer there's nothing happening. Then they boost up food and wine. So, but we have been to the Flower and Garden Festival, which happens in the spring.
Yeah, the first time we went to Disney together was Flower and Garden.
Yes, and the cool thing about the Flower and Garden Festival is the what are they called? Oh my gosh!
What?
The things what are they called? What are those things called?
Topiaries.
Topiaries, yes. Topiaries
Ash
everywhere.
For the win.
Ash for the win. I couldn't
Topiaries.
remember. Okay, so there's topiaries everywhere. And they're all usually themed to like the area that they're in.
Yeah.
Like Peter Pan was in the UK Pavilion because Peter Pan's a British story. So that was really neat, and we got to we took pictures right by the crocodile.
Yeah, we did.
I remember that moment. You had to go to the bathroom or something, and I waited outside, and then you got back out.
I think I put my head in that.
Yeah, and we took a picture of you in the croc. It's just a really, it's beautiful, and it's not just limited to the World Showcase. Like there, right, before the World Showcase, and when you walk in, there's all sorts of beautiful flowers and topiaries to greet you. I mean, Epcot, it's usually like all over the park, but World Showcase is where people usually, when they think about a festival, that's where it is. And now it doesn't matter what festival it is. They used to just do this for food and wine, but now they have these little, temporary food kiosks like everywhere.
Oh, even for
even for the other ones now. So
I'm sure people buy from.
Right. Yes, people buy from them. So you get specialized.
Let's set them out.
Right. Yeah, people are buying from this. Is pretty good. So let's keep this going.
Well, and I think right now that's super popular, like to have specialized this, or you know what I mean, like a special smoothie drink or a themed Peter Pan this.
Float.
Like everyone's all about the Instagrammable food or drink item that they're
Yes.
getting from Epcot that's exclusive.
Oh yeah. So I mean, you have that as well. Like yeah. I mean, I went and it's Instagrammable, right?
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Right. Sorry.
Another example of how JB. I just used the word Instagrammable.
You did?
I really did.
Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm trying to run the show here. Well, you're just sitting here, looking pretty.
I'm not taking the bait. I'm not doing it.
And then, of course, in the fall, they have the Food and Wine Festival, which is where the kiosks for the food really began.
So we were there then, too.
Yeah, we've been
we
to
with
Food
our
and Wine.
Parents.
Yes.
That was the October... Was it in September, too?
Yeah, it's September, October.
Okay, so we've been there twice during that.
Yeah, we've been to Food and Wine. And again...
We never really experienced... We didn't
really, drink a bunch of wine, which I guess we should have.
Yeah, but we didn't go and, get the food from the carts really either, I don't think. Some people go through and, try and hit, half the countries or, whatever.
Right. So Food and Wine is, I think it's definitely the most popular festival. Maybe Festival of the Holidays is popular too. I mean, I maybe that 1 week it might surpass, but Food and Wine is just unbelievably popular.
Yeah.
We went, and it was really crowded at World Showcase.
It was. And they have, they book, pretty well-known bands.
Yeah, Sister Hazel.
I love
fave.
Sister Hazel, and they were there.
Yeah.
When we were there one year. I know for a long time they were booked every year.
Yeah. So they book
good choice, Diz.
Good acts, good live concert, opportunity options there for you, which is right near the American Adventure Pavilion. So Food and Wine is kind of leads me into the next thing that people do in Epcot, and it's well known among adults, is that there is a unofficial sort of bar hopping thing that people do.
Let's be real. People get sloshed.
Yeah. It's called Drinks Around the World. And literally people drink around the world.
I don't know how you could do that, especially when it's really hot. That just... I
like
my margarita, but usually 2 drinks is pretty great.
You gotta hydrate.
And 3 is pretty much the I mean, I'm feeling pretty good at 3, and then I need to tap
We always
out.
get our margarita. It's like a thing we need.
And then we usually have a drink with dinner, a few hours later.
Yes.
And sometimes I'll have a second drink at dinner, but that's 3 over a 7-hour period of time.
So it's an interesting thing. My family has a tradition, well, especially now. My mom, we always get a margarita for Mom. Because she loved those Fiesta margaritas. That was her favorite thing.
She raved about them before we went.
Yeah.
She was so excited.
She loves those. And then, of course, we have to go to the UK and get a beer for my grandfather and kind of toast him. Because that was his favorite spot in all of Disney World, was the Rose and Crown. And, and those are cool things that... those are cool things that happen, that people, that happens at Disney. You just kind of make your own family traditions, right? Yep. And make those memories and have a lot of fun. But yeah, drinking around the world. I mean, you go from Mexico, whatever, you get a margarita. It's, you go to China. What do they have in China? Gosh, what kind of drink? Beer? I mean, they have beer. They got different things. Because sake is Japanese, isn't it? Yes.
Sake is Japanese. Yeah, I don't know. So you don't know.
It's okay. Stop saying I don't know.
Well, what else do I say if I don't know? I don't know.
Just your face was like, I don't know.
It was not. I was actually trying to think it through.
Right. I think it is, right? And you just get all sorts of different...
But they're, different wines, of course, and
Italy
variations and France. And there's a lot of different things you can get from all of them. And I'm pretty sure beer is available
probably everywhere. Yeah.
But I mean, also going from a margarita to beer to a glass of wine to I would be sick.
Right, you have to hydrate for sure.
And just switching to different drinks. It's one thing to have a margarita and a beer 3 hours later.
I actually, to be honest with you, I refused to go with my friends for my buddy's bachelor party because they were going to Epcot with the purpose.
Maybe he's kind of a stick in the mud.
For the purpose of getting drunk in Disney and being ridiculous.
You knew you'd be annoyed
and
3 hours in.
I am not a drinker.
No.
So I'm just letting everybody. Usually I have one drink and I'm done.
Sometimes two.
Yeah, but over
that's
a long...
usually like the limit. Not usually. I've never seen you have more than two.
Yeah, so I just did not want to partake.
Well, and I'll say too, not that it matters, but never two back to back. Like
No.
one and then
Right.
maybe one later.
Right.
Yeah.
So I really had like it was a very strong moral conviction that I was like, I am not going for the sake of watching all these people get drunk
Yeah.
at Disney. Like, I just did not want to do
Which,
that.
I mean, we're not saying anything bad about them. A
If
lot of
you
people
wanna
do
do
that for your
Go ahead.
bachelor or
And I
bachelor
wouldn't
party.
listen.
Yeah.
I'm not here to judge anybody. I just personally would not do it because I have
Smashly was not always that way.
right. I'm a person that just like to me this is like I don't know. To me it's not a place
Yeah,
where
but
I
as
wanna
I've
do
gotten
that.
older, I don't really have any desire to be drunk. That's just me. I mean, having a little buzz going because I had a few margaritas isn't a big deal, but I definitely don't want to be like stumbling around
Right,
everywhere.
right.
And
Yeah.
that's, I don't know. I don't like not feeling great in the morning.
Yeah.
That's just, you guys were younger at the time, though, too.
Yeah.
And at least they were, I mean, to me, I'm glad that it was Disney because, like, I mean, not saying you should be hammered in Disney, but you're not, at least, I mean, I think part of it was, okay, we can walk back to our hotel or we can get a bus back to our hotel. No one's driving. It's sort of,
Yeah.
taken care of. But also now when you walk through the World Showcase with a 5-year-old and you see people that are, you want to have a few cocktails, that's great.
Yeah.
But people that are super belligerent,
yeah.
you see that too, where it's like people are yelling
Yeah.
and swearing and it's getting... I mean, I think they try and keep tabs on it, but
Yeah.
I would think that would be hard in places like the Rose and Crown, because people are buying beers and taking them outside to other people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. It happens there.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
It is.
There's 11 countries to go get 11
You
drinks
had
in.
11 drinks? Man.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know.
Yikes.
People do
I would
it.
be face down on a bench somewhere.
Yeah.
In one of the topiaries.
Yeah. Probably. Either way, I think that is why adults, many adults, love the World Showcase. Epcot's their favorite park. And maybe because of that, right? Because of this more adult-oriented, nonfiction, for the
But
most
also
part.
in a more sophisticated way, and not because I want to have 11 drinks, but I'm someone that, I have a more diverse palate than I think JB does.
Yes.
But I would love to go to Italy or whatever country and try the food that they suggest and then like whatever drink they pair with it. Something that I'm probably not going to order
But you'll try.
if I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it is kind of cool to experience
It is.
different things like that.
That's true. I
Not
think-
all at the same time.
No.
But,
Yeah, I mean, there's only...
just like if we're gonna have a reservation here, okay, well I'll try whatever the plum wine that I've heard so much about.
Yes.
People talk about.
Yes.
Like I've never had that, and
Right.
that'd be cool to do.
Yeah, I think that... I mean, yes, that's a good thing to do. I'm not... Yeah, I mean... It's a really cool
Like
special
whatever
place.
beer I got at the beer garden was not something I would normally get here. Like I didn't get a Coors Light. I
Right.
got whatever.
But I'll be honest, staying at the boardwalk,
Yeah, super.
which
awesome.
is right near the International Gateway, which is near France, it's awesome. I mean, the fact that you have the Boardwalk Beach Club, Yacht Club within walking distance and you just walk into Epcot, and usually there's not a lot of people at the Gateway. It's just and you
Although
walk
they do
directly
make you-
into France. You
Yeah.
know?
I think, for people like us, I mean, we always claim we're Magic Kingdom people, but I could definitely see in the future when Harrison's a little older, picking to stay somewhere like the Boardwalk and making the trip a little bit more centered around Epcot and the World Showcase and being like, oh, well, we'll go into Mexico and Norway and just spend a little bit more time in there in
Yeah.
each pavilion, and then maybe come back a few days later and spend more time in 2 more pavilions.
Yeah.
Like kind of stretch it out and
I think
experience
it's
things.
really cool.
You could totally make a trip out of like more of a World Showcase centric, vibe.
You
could do
can.
that.
You really could. So that. Man, I could talk about this a long time, but we're gonna cap it
We are.
now because because we haven't even gotten in some of the biggest
Should
things.
you talk about what we're going to talk about in the
which is Illuminations and all sorts of other stuff.
the Bandcamp exclusive?
Yes, we are going to have a Bandcamp exclusive attraction Smackdown. Actually, we're going to call it an epic attraction Smackdown because we are going to talk about Maelstrom versus Frozen.
Oh, guys, I'm
Ever
just finding this.
After.
And if you want to hear something, you subscribe.
Yeah, we told you it would be a
I have
special
strong thoughts.
Bandcamp exclusive episode.
Strong thoughts that people are not going to agree with.
Well,
It's
here,
cool.
yeah,
It's cool.
Yeah, it is good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Please, again, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you download the podcast. If you want to subscribe to the Bandcamp exclusive, you get double the episodes.
And you hear us get into fights.
Yes.
Maybe ask the listeners to call the hotline.
Call the hotline, you guys. Please call the
Save him
hotline.
From something. I don't know, himself.
From my wife.
Follow us on Facebook, Magic in the Midwest Podcast. Instagram, same thing. Or email us at magicinthemidwestpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, and the Bandcamp site is magicinthemidwestpodcast.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, and if you subscribe, you would get all the episodes that we've already.
Yes, you get all the backlogs.
The backlog.
And everything.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, from the Midwest. See you later.